This will be the shape of parliament if the proposed legislature becomes law. Voters will have representation both at the upper house or the Senate and the lower house, which is the current National Assembly. While voters will directly elect their member of parliament into the National Assembly, county assemblies, also known as electoral colleges, will elect the senators.
And assembly is elected by the people at the grassroots. Comes anybody who wants to run for the Senate position, will have to vie at the county level.
There will also be 2 female representatives from each of the 8 regions in the Senate and 8 representatives from both the youth and persons living with disabilities. If or when this becomes law, the Senate will be expected to keep the National Assembly in check, a situation that will improve accountability.
The role of the Senate will be just like at independence, to ensure that in terms of distribution of resources, they are the people's watchdog, so that regions get their fair share of the budget.
If the president is to be impeached, the Senate will also check such bills arising from the National Assembly.
The third critical role of the Senate for me, and the way I see it from the draft, harmonized draft constitution, is to ensure that the devolution that has been created is protected.
Essentially, Kenya has gone back to the drawing board. The 8 regions as spelled in the draft constitution include the Nairobi Metropolitan and 7 other regions, as was in the Lancaster Constitution.
We've been there before. So the question is, what have we been doing for the last 45 years? I think we just demolished a very good structure at independence. And I think we've come to realize that centralizing power does not help. We could have been very far by now. 45 years of waste.
The devolved governments, according to political scientists, will help Kenya deal with the monster of over-centralized power, which has been the country's major undoing since its independence. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen TV, Nairobi.